In the last class we studied Mendel hybridization techniques or Mendel hybridization experiments. By using the same technique, he conducted two types of experiments. One is monohybrid cross or one gene inheritance, and second one is dihybrid cross or two gene inheritance. So in this class we are studying same experiments conducted by the Mendel. So Mendel conducted two types of experiments. One is monohybrid cross or one gene inheritance. And second is dihybrid cross or two gene inheritance. So in this class, we'll start off with monohybrid cross or one gene inheritance. Before starting monohybrid cross, I would like to request you all, please like my channel, give a like to the video, share on your FB page and support me, and please ask your friends to share and subscribe. Let's see. So first, monohybrid cross. What is monohybrid cross? A cross between two parents which differ in one pair of contrasting character. So, cross between two parents or plants which differ in one pair of contrasting character is called as monohybrid cross. But monohybrid cross is also known as one gene inheritance. So let's see what is one gene inheritance. Now, we all know every character is controlled by a gene. Every character is controlled by a gene. And we also know one gene has at least two alleles. So simply I can say one character is equal to one gene and one gene is equal to two alleles. And the study of inheritance of one pair of allele, because these are two alleles, means one pair. Am I right? And the study of inheritance of one pair of allele is called as one gene inheritance. So both the definition I hope clear. Now let's understand what Mendel did in monohybrid cross, how he conducted the experiment. Now, Mendel crossed homozygous female tall plant crossed with homozygous male dwarf plant. So we need to remember here, Mendel crossed female tall and male dwarf. This question was already asked in Karnataka CET level examination. Now when he crossed these two plants, because of this plant, seeds produced. Am I right? These seeds are then grown to produce F1 plants. Then F1 plants are produced, first filial generation, first generation. Then what he did, then he crossed two F1 plants. He took two F1 plants, so it is self-pollinated, self-pollination. And when he crossed two F1 plants, now seeds are produced. Now these seeds are then grown to produce F2 plants or F2 generation. So this is his experiment. So let's see how he did it. Now monohybrid cross in detail. Now Mendel in monohybrid cross, he crossed two plants, as we know, one tall and one dwarf. So parental phenotype. So what is the phenotype of the parents? Tall plant, that is female tall plant, homozygous, crossed with dwarf plant, but both are homozygous. But we need to remember, tall is female plant and dwarf is male plant. Now, what will be the parental genotype? So tall is dominant, therefore capital T crossed with dwarf is recessive, that's why small t. So this is the phenotype and this is the genotype. Now what are the gametes produced by these plants? Now we know these two are same, that's why we'll take only one gamete, that is capital T. Here these two are same, that's why we'll take only one gamete. Same. Two gametes are produced, but both the gametes are same. So you'll get same results. That's why we are using only one gamete, because here capital T, these are same, homozygous. Small t, same, homozygous. Now, when he crossed these two, so this is female gamete, this one is male gamete. So this is egg, this is sperm. When these two fuse, now this is our F1 generation. That is first child. Now the child will be tall, but as capital T, small t are there, it is heterozygous. Heterozygous. Now, then what he did? He took two F1 plants, am I right? And self-pollinated them. So let's see. Selfing, that is, he crossed F1 plant with F1 plant. Now what will be the F1? This is our F1, correct? So capital T, small t, self self-pollinated with capital T, small t, because two F1 plants. Now gametes produced by this plant and this plant. Here there are two different T's, capital T, small t. That's why two gametes will be produced by this plant. This goes in one gamete, this goes in one gamete. Cross with here also same, because capital T, small t. So totally 4 gametes are produced. Here only one gamete we took because these two are same. But here we are taking 2 gametes because these two are different. Now I will take these 4 gametes and put them in this box. Now this box is called as checkerboard. This box is known as checkerboard. Now, what is this checkerboard? Checkerboard is a graphical representation. It's a graphical representation used to calculate probability of all the possible genotypes of the offspring. So it's a graphical representation. This is asked NEET level question. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll take these 2 gametes and these 2 gametes, I'll put them in this checkerboard. Now remember, this checkerboard consists 2 things. This one is rows and these are columns. Now what I'm going to do is, in rows I will put male gametes. This is male, am I right? So capital T, small t, and in column I'll put these 2 gametes, that is female gametes. So these are the rows and these are the columns. Now I'll fuse them, I'll cross them. So capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, small t, capital T, but we should write first small t, capital T, small t. Here small t, small t. Now capital T will be tall. Capital T, small t will be again tall. This capital T, small t will be again tall, and small t will be dwarf. So this is what, when he crossed, this is the result he got. Let's analyze the result. When he analyzed the results of F2 generation, he found phenotypic ratio, that is 3:1. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4 plants, 3 are tall plants and 1 is dwarf. So 3 are tall, 1 is dwarf. And genotypic ratio, what he found is 1:2:1. That is, out of 4 plant, 1 is tall but capital T, that is tall homozygous, and 2 are tall but they are capital T, small t. So 2 are tall but heterozygous, and this one is dwarf but homozygous. Dwarf but homozygous. So tall homozygous is capital T, that is one plant, capital T, small t, that are two plants, and this one is small t, small t. So depending on the results of F2 generation, he made some conclusions. So what are the conclusions? Now, at the end of the monohybrid cross F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio what Mendel received is 3:1 and the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Now, I'll write it here. PR is 3:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Now, this genotypic ratio can also be written as 1/4, 2/4 and 1/5. Am I right or wrong? So the same thing can be written in this form. This 1/4 is capital T, this 2/4 is capital T, small t, this 1/4 is small t, small t. So this is the result what Mendel got at the end of F2 generation. So depending on his results, he made some observations. So let's see what are those observations. So first observation, all F1 plants were tall. So all F1 plants were tall, and they appear or belongs like one of the parent, and belongs or appeared as one of the parent. Am I right? Here in F1, they look like one of the parent, that is tall. Second, the dwarf character did not appear in F1 generation. The dwarf character did not appear in F1 generation. So which character appeared? Tallness appeared in F1, but dwarfness disappeared. The character which appeared in F1, which character appeared? Tall, am I right? The character which appeared in F1, that is tall, we call it as dominant character. And the character which did not appear in F2, which character not appeared in F2? Dwarf. So he called dwarf as recessive character. Then what about in F2 generation? What happens in F2 generation? So this is what in F1 generation. In F2 generation, the character which did not appear in F1 that reappeared in F2, that is dwarf. So I can say dwarf reappeared in F2 generation. Am I right or wrong? Because dwarf is disappeared in F1 but reappeared in F2 in the ratio 1:4, and the dominant character in ratio 3:4 appeared. Am I right or wrong? So by using same technique, he crossed 6 remaining characters. He conducted monohybrid cross with remaining 6 characters and he got the same results. I hope you remember Mendel selected 7 characters of the pea plants for his experiment. We used one, that is height. Then after using height, he conducted monohybrid cross. Like this, he conducted same experiments with other 6 characters. But the results with all 6 remaining character is same, that is phenotypic ratio 3:1 and genotypic ratio 1:2:1. Then after conducting monohybrid cross, Mendel used 2 characters. So he crossed 2 plants which differ in 2 pair of characters. That is called as dihybrid cross, and he crossed parents which differ in 3 pair of characters, that is trihybrid cross. So in the next classes we will start with dihybrid cross and trihybrid cross.